A staggering 40% of all majorly injured patients in Windsor-Essex are impaired by alcohol or marijuana. When you go out, it is your responsibility to make plans for a sober ride home. Designate a sober driver, call a taxi, or use public transit. The choice is yours. Drive sober, get home safe. Or the next ride you get might not be taking you home.
The race for the playoff spots continue live from Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. More Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League baseball action as the defending champions Lima Locos come in to play against the St. Clair Green Giants. This is Aaron Sanders. Good evening and welcome back for more baseball here on we-tv.ca. Here's the scoop on what's going down between these two teams. We begin with the Lima Locos. They currently have a 24-14 record. They just got back from a narrow victory against the Muskegon Clippers, and now they are currently in first place, and that's where everything is going to be put onto the line. And in addition to that, this is their third game in a row they played, and they have to play 3 more games before this season comes to an end, so they want to finish off strong. The St. Clair Green Giants, on the other hand, they are only a half a game behind Lima for first place. They have a 24-15 record. They're looking forward to avenging their loss against the Irish Hills Leprechauns last night, and the beauty of it is, once again, home field, home field, home field. You can't say that much more than anticipated. Now, this is a crucial game and a crucial series between these two teams, and especially for the Saginaw Sugar Beets, because when it comes to those 3 teams, they are controlling their own destiny. But what happens here in the series could basically be the decision near the end of the regular season. So we'll see what unfolds here tonight. So that's the story for you, and when we return here on WeTV, we'll have the call of the game with Bill Kelso and JP Justin Prince. You are watching Green Giants Baseball on WeTV.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
I am Nadia Comunich for the best in local programming. Watch WeTV.
The regular season continues to tick down tonight, as at Lacasse Park, multiple teams are in control of their own destiny from here on out for tonight's matchup between the Lima Locos and the St. Clair Green Giants. Good evening, I'm Justin Prince. Alongside me doing play-by-play for tonight is Bill Kelso for what is going to be a very competitive matchup. These two teams separated by just half a game in the standings coming into tonight, Bill.
Yes, you're right, and we're going to look at the starting lineup for the Lima Locos. The batting order, Anthony Amicangelo will bat first, and then Michael Diffley batting third. Cade Beloso is batting third. Malik Spratling, the center fielder, will be batting fourth, followed by Brad Croy, Tyler Simon, the DH, Daniel Serez, and then the catcher is Braden Dowdy. The third baseman, Justin Wiley, he'll bat ninth for the Lima Locos. And they're going to square off against the left-hander, Miguel Cienfuegos, for the St. Clair Green Giants. And a nice record and a nice ERA, too.
Yes, this is a nice start, as you can see, with a 2-3 record with an ERA of 3.89. But look at the strikeouts in 44 innings of work, 52. That is third in the league this season. He's going to be a tough pitcher to face tonight after playing DH the past couple games for the Green Giants.
We'll look at the defensive alignment for the St. Clair Green Giants. Rodrigo DeLuke will play left, Carter Mossy in center, Ornelia in right. Third base is Krasmensky. The shortstop is Alex Dion. Gavin Homer at second. Harrison Jones at first. Cienfuegos, of course, on the mound, and behind the plate, doing the signals, Alex Crump. That's your starting lineup defensively for the St. Clair College Green Giants.
Yeah, and as talked about, this is an important matchup. Both of these teams split the season series early on, and the pressure is on from here on out. For the Green Giants, if they want to try win the Northern Division for the regular season, they need to win 2 of the next 3, preferably these 2 games here. The pressure is on for both the Locos and the Green Giants tonight.
Leadoff hitter will step up, the right fielder for the Locos, Anthony Micangelo. Having a nice year, too. 365 through 28 games. Right-hander against the left-hander. We're just about ready to get underway here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Bright, sunny day right now. First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Amica Angelo.
And this is going to be a tough lineup to face. This is the 3rd best hitting lineup in the league.
Fastball is off the screen. The count is 0-2. 0-2 count to Amica Angelo. He'll be followed by Diffley and then Beloso. The 0-2, strike 3, caught him looking, and there's one away in the Locos' first inning. Good pitch, right down the pipe.
Yeah, a good start to this game, getting the early strikeout on 3 pitches. Seems to be in good command and control early, but then again, we'll have to see how he faces Michael Diffley.
Diffley's batting .333 in the season, the second baseman. 2 home runs, 24 RBIs in the 36 games, so he can hit. Another right-handed batter. First pitch to Diffley is up high, 1-0. 1-0 to Diffley. First baseman Cade Beloso is on deck. Just low, 2-0. 2-0 the count to Diffley.
I'm liking how he's mixing up his locations here. He's trying to draw the batter's eye in different parts of the box here. We'll see where he goes here on the 2-0.
And Fuegos deals. It's low again, make it 3-0. So 3-0 the count on Diffley. Up high, he walked him. Ball 4 and a walk, given up by Cienfuegos here in the first inning, and they'll bring up, as mentioned, Cade Beloso. Beloso is the first baseman for the Locos. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher, hitting .328 with 4 home runs, so he has power. Also 29 RBIs.
And to add to that power, he also has 10 doubles to his totals out of his 43 hits. That's just about 25%.
First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Beloso. Runner with the lead at first is Diffley. And the pitch. Low and away, 1-1. Counts 1-1 on Beloso. 1 on, 1 out. Just starting here at Lacoste Park. They put the lights on now that they're really needed. It's a pretty bright day. Here's a pitch that's swung on and it's popped up outside of first, drifting in foul territory, and Homer makes the play, and a nice play at that, falling down, and there's 2 away here in the first inning. Get a look at this.
Yeah, that was a nice grab here because you can see he's tracking it down foul territory, calls for it, able to make the catch, but then as he's falling down, able to keep the ball in his glove, able to get the second out there and keep the man at first.
I'll bring up Spratling, the center fielder. Malik Spratling. Look at his record, although only 7 games, but still nevertheless hitting .455. Those are magical numbers if you can extend it in more games, that's for sure. Dangerous hitter.
Yeah, especially to be able to get 10 hits in just 22 at-bats in those 7 games, too.
Pitches up high, 2-0. 2-0 the count. Diffley at first with 2 away here in the first inning. Mentioned earlier, these 2 games with huge implications for both. Swing and a miss, it's 2-1. 2-1, the count on Spratling. Left finger Brad Croy, the left fielder, will bat next. Should Spratling do something here? The pitch is swung on and hit, but foul to the right side. Count is 2-2 with 2 away.
You got some decent contact, but just hit it way foul down the right field area. As it looks like they're going to call time here. But it's been a pretty good start from Cienfuegos today on the mound to be able to mix up his pitches, his location. It's just at times I've noticed he's just not been able to hit the left corner, for bottom corner for his side, for his view.
The 2-2. Strike 3 called, got him looking, and Cienfuegos gets the inning retired. 2 strikeouts in the inning, no runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score, as we come to the bottom of the first, we're scoreless, and just in a great inning there for Cienfuegos.
Yeah, he allowed the walk there to start off the second at-bat, but other than that, his command has been on point to start off this game. Able to keep the pitch count pretty low to start this off, able to have a good mix of off-speed and fastballs, and to be able to mix up the location to draw those batters off their momentum as the Green Giants look to try and have a good start for their offense.
Look at the St. Clair Green Giants starting batting lineup with a record of 24-15, second in the Northern Division. Mossy will lead things off. He'll be followed by Rodrigo DeLuke, Gibson, Krasmensky. David Cole, the DH, is the number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter. Harrison Jones, first baseman, will bat 5th. The second baseman, Homer, batting 6th. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters are O'Neillia, Crump, and Dion. Those are your 9 batters in the St. Clair College Green Giant lineup. And they'll face a left-handed pitcher, too.
Yeah, that is Tanner Hall, as you see, his 8th appearance, 7th start, as this is a 3-1 record for him. ERA 3.47 in 36 1/3 innings of work. 42 strikeouts as well with just 8 walks. So a power pitcher, and it should be a very good pitching matchup between him and Cienfuegos.
Look at the defensive alignment. Croy's in left, Spratling in center, and McAngelo in right. Wiley's at third, Simon at short, Diffley at second, Beloso at first. The pitcher, of course, we talked about is Hall, and Dowdy is the catcher. That's the starting defense alignment for the Lima Locos here this evening in Lacoste Park. And Carter Mossy will be the first batter to take on Tanner Hall. Mossy, the center fielder, stepping up.
Carter Mossy.
Mossy having a nice year at .313 in 39 games played, 19 RBIs, but more importantly, a lot of stolen bases.
Yeah, he is one of the top stealers in all of the league at this point, and when he gets on base, most of the time he's been able to come home for runs. That is also very high for his totals right now on the season. Grand total of 37 runs, and a grand total, in terms of steals, 26.
Pretty impressive for Mossy. DeLuke and Krasmensky, the first 3 batters for the Green Giants here in their bottom half of the first inning, and Hall getting set to deal. The left-hander deals, low and outside, 1-0. As mentioned earlier, he has good control, has only 8 walks in his 42 innings. Fastball is swung on and fouled off, it's 1-1. 1-1 the count to Mossy, the right-handed batter against the left-handed thrower. And the pitch is up high and outside, 2-1. 2-1 the count to Mossy.
Yeah, that fastball has a lot of zip to start off today.
Pitch is in for a strike. It's 2-2. So Hall has worked the count to 2-2 here against Mossy in this first inning. The 2-2 is swung on, hit down the right side, but it's curving foul. Count remains 2-2. Bit of a breeze coming up to the stands, but not a lot of breeze, but a nice breeze. Just slow, it's 3-2. So the count is full on Mossy. The payoff pitch, bounding ball to third. Good pickup, long throw to first, and he gets him. Nice play by the third baseman. That was Justin Wiley, and we'll get a look at this.
Yeah, I see chops it directly to third. That is Wiley at third. Got to make the nice throw and get the out by about a step and a half, 2 steps. That brings up DeLuke.
DeLuke comes up. Second batter, he's hitting .272 on the season. Has 3 home runs. Fastball is low and away, 1-0. So there's 1 out, nobody on here in the Green Giants first. If you've just joined us, wherever you may be, welcome aboard. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. 1-1 to DeLuke.
And Hall's working very quickly here, throwing pitches every 10-15 seconds right now. Here he goes again, 1-1.
Curveball, good pitch too. 1-2 the count now on DeLuke. You're right, he likes to work fast. I like it when a pitcher works fast. The 1-2 outside, 2-2. 2-2 the count to DeLuke. Gibson Krasmensky waits on deck.
I'll say this, the batters don't probably like that because it keeps them off balance.
And DeLuke goes down swinging. 2 up and 2 down in the Green Giant first. He'll bring up the third baseman, Krasmensky. Switch hitter, he'll turn around and bat right-handed. Usually bats left, but he'll bat right-handed against the lefty Hall. Nice season for Krasmensky. He's hitting .283. 32 RBIs, one of the bigger and better run producers. Driving runs, I mean. First pitch to Krasmensky is low, 1-0. That being said, I think he's a better left-hand hitter for power than right, but he's had some success batting right-handed.
Yeah, he definitely has.
Pitch is up high, 2-0. 2-0, the count to Krasmensky. And the pitch, low and outside, 3-0. So Krasmensky works the count to 3-0 with 2 away here in the first. The 3-0 pitch. He walked. Oh, that's a strike. It looks like I thought he was pointing towards first base. 1 strike. The count on Krasmensky. Belted foul down the left side off the screen. In the netting, it's now 3-2. The count is full on Krasmensky.
And this is just going to keep drawing his pitch count up and up and up. Already 2 high pitch counts for 2 of his at-bats.
Got him swinging, however. Krasmensky strikes out. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score at the end of 1. We are scoreless here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh. We'll be back with more of Green Giants baseball right after these words.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
I learn by doing. I learn by reacting to a situation. St. Clair puts me directly into my industry. I'm dealing with real patients, real life situations. It's not just theory, it's not book work anymore.
I choose to take control of my future and my path to St. Clair College. I choose to be here.
Thanks, everybody. Bill Kelso, along with Justin Prince and the rest of the cast here on WeTV. And the Green Giants and the Locos battling for first place. No runs in the first inning, but what's notable, Justin, is both pitchers recording 2 strikeouts in their first inning of work. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive indeed to be able to have some good command and good locations. And in terms of both of them, a good mixture of pitches. For Hall, he's been able to utilize his fastball while mixing in the off-speed. With Cienfuegos, it's been about a balanced mix between pitch count, pitch types for him so far. Now we'll see, after a few times through the at-bats, how things go here in the second.
Brad Coy, the left fielder. Brad Croy will bat first. He'll be followed by Tyler Simon and then David Serez. Their first pitch to Croy has swung on and hit into center field, but not super deep. Nice, easy play for Mossy. 1 up and 1 down in the Limos second inning.
Well, that was a good way to get one of the top hitters in batting average this season out quickly on one pitch. Just gets him to fly out with good contact, but directly to Mossy in center for out number 1.
We'll bring up the shortstop, Tyler Simon. Simon's hitting .252 in this season. Has some pop in his bat, though, with 3 home runs. First pitch to Simon is up high, 1-0. 1-0 to Simon. The DH, David Serres, waits on deck. Here's the 1-0. It's swung on, and that's hit into right center field. And Mossy calls for it and makes the grab. 2 up and 2 down here in the second inning.
And again, similar contact as we seen at the last at-bat. Decent contact, but lofts it straight up towards an outfielder. Again to Mossy in right center for out number 2.
Stays up in the humid air, I think. It's a little more humid in the outfield.
And not only that, the wind's blowing towards the right field foul pole right now, as you've seen in the backdrop.
Here's David Serres, who's hitting .333 on the season. Another good hitter. And he hits it down the right side. Is there room? Let's see. Homer's going to hustle for it, but they're not going to get there. Towards the bullpen of the Locos. 1 strike the count to Serres. Good hustle, though, displayed by the 3 fielders for the Green Giants.
Yeah, they all wanted to try and get that out quickly to get through this inning.
Oh, a fast inning. That would have been ideal, certainly.
And about what would have been about 4 or 5 pitches there. But again, the wind coming into play there blows that ball just foul. If there was no wind there, probably would have been an out right against the fence, potentially.
0-1 to Serres. Good pitch, but it's outside. 1-1. That was close. 1-1. The count to Serres with the catcher, Brad Dowdy, waiting on deck. Line shot speared by the second baseman, Gavin Homer, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score, as we come to the bottom of 2, it's scoreless here at Lacoste Park. And look at this on the replay. Easy play, but a great pickup.
Yeah, that was good contact, but right towards Gavin Homer for the easy catch. But as you can see, not so easy with the standings right now, Bill, especially with how tight things are with the Locals and Green Giants, just half a game back apart from each other, as we talked about a bit. Sugar Beets holding on to the 3rd spot in the standings right now. They come here on Sunday. Then you have the Clippers and the Leprechauns in 4th and 5th. Monarchs and Mariners round out the division standings for the Northern Division.
Pretty good top 5 teams when you think about it. They're bunched in pretty closely, and of course the Monarchs and Mariners bringing up the rear. But boy, oh boy, those first 5 clubs, pretty close.
Yeah, a lot can happen for all 3 teams right now in the top 3. They're in control of their own destinies from here on out. They have to get wins. Every game is a must-win for each of those teams to be able to either advance their spots or to lock themselves in.
David Cole will be the first batter to face Tanner Hall here in the Green Giants second. He'll be followed by Homer Jones and then Harrison Jones rather than Gavin Homer. Cole, who is, as mentioned, in the DH spot tonight.
And that's after missing a little bit of time after having a hamstring tweak that took away some of the speed from the Green Giants lineup, making his first appearance since then now, as you mentioned, in the DH.
Cole, who is batting .292 in the season, in 26 appearances. So he's having a nice season. Plays all three outfield positions, has good speed. First pitch to Cole is low, 1-0. 1-0 to Cole. Hit into center field, or right center I should say, and that's going to be a base hit for Cole. So Cole strokes a single, first hit of the ball game for either team.
Batting fifth from Paradise Community.
And let's look at this. Got some good contact right towards the gap for a base hit to be able to get hit number 20. Able to time that up perfectly as that was near the center of the plate.
Bring up the first baseman, Harrison Jones. First pitch to Jones is belted into right center field in the gap. Yes, it is. Cole rounding second to third. And he's being waved on home. Here comes the throw home, and he is safe. So Cole gets the first run, a stand-up double for Jones, and the Green Giants are on the board.
For Harrison Jones, he came into tonight 6 for 10 against the Locals. That's now his 7th hit against them this season, and it's a big one as you see good contact right into the gap this time for a double, and gives the Green Giants the 1-0 lead to start things off here tonight in the first 3 innings.
And certainly Jones has feasted on the Locos' cooking, hasn't he?
Absolutely has been, and he's seen it again right there.
He'll bring up the second baseman, Gavin Homer. Homer having tough season at the plate, .217. Squares around the bunt. Ball is wide, it's 1-0. At times, though, he has had some timely hits despite the low batting average.
Yeah, he's had some good contact just this past week. In this past week, during this final homestand for the Green Giants, he hit a home run as part of a 13-2 victory a couple days ago.
Squares around again and bunts it high and foul off the screen. The count is 1-1. So 1-1 the count to Homer with Ornelia on deck for the Green Giants. Runner at second, nobody away. 1-0's our score. Ballpark is filling up. And the pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 to Homer. Good pitch by Hall.
Yeah, he just blew it right on by him, knowing that the good opportunity to try and go for a bunt was taken away with the 1-1 count. Now, Homer's going to be forced to try and hit regardless here.
The 1-2 is up high, 2-2. 2-2 the count to Homer. Nobody away here in the second. And the pitch is swung on and hit into shallow left field. Coming on, it's going to drop for a hit. It gets by the left fielder. Jones is going to hold it third. Hustling to second is Homer, and it's second and third with still nobody away.
Yeah, you see good contact, decent contact from Homer, but lofts it enough to be able to get right into left field. Croy, though, is unable to handle it there. Luckily, though, his teammate in Spraling was able to get the throw back into the cutoff man to keep it from being a run coming in.
So, second and third for the left-handed batter Ornelia against the left-handed hurler Hall. Matthew Ornelia. He's hit well lately. Certainly in games that I've seen, he has played well.
Yeah, he's been getting better and better as the season's gone on, been able to show his power, especially off towards right field here at Burt Lacoste Park.
Look out. Whoa! The bat goes flying out of his hands. Right to the Green Giants clubhouse. That was something.
I've seen bats fly far before, but not that far.
Look at this on the replay.
Yeah, just it flies out of his arms on the swing all the way out by the clubhouses, as you've seen there. Just gotta keep your hands on it. Gotta keep your hands on it.
Count is 0-2 on our Ornelia. Pitch is high, 1-2. 1-2 the count. Second and third, nobody out. Green Giants threatening to bring more runs aboard. The 1-2 curve, nicely fielded by the first man. He's going to come home, and Jones is stuck in a rundown. And they tag him out, but the Green Giants still have runners at second and third, and Jones caught it home.
Well, that was interesting. You'll see here, Ornelia hits this right to the first baseman, but Jones is already committed to try and go to home. So when the next man goes already to third base, he's stuck in the rundown, nowhere to go. That allows Ornelia to move to second and keep both men still in scoring position regardless. They're the only one negative, of course, the main negative, they didn't get to score a run.
No, one away, still second and third for the Green Giants, and the catcher, Alex Crump, hitting .230 on the season in 33 games. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1 to Crump. Still a good chance for the Green Giants to punch a run across. And of course, Hall, who has a good strikeout ratio, is looking for a K in this situation. The 0-1 curveball is outside and low, 1-1. 1-1, the count to Crump. And the pitch, swung on, base hit to right field for Crump. That will bring in one run, and the other runner will not try and score. He goes to third, that's Ornelia, so a base hit to right field brings in a run.
Good contact there to get it right by the first baseman on a laser. You see the diving play attempted there by Beloso, unable to make the play. Now men are at the corners, and it's 2-0 Green Giants because of a good hit from Crump.
Fourth hit of the inning for the Green Giants in inning number 2. This will bring up Alex Dion, the 9th batter in the lineup. Having a nice season, too. He's hitting .320. Nice addition. Pitch is swung on, but hit down the right side, foul, 0-1. 0-1 the count to Dion with Crump at first and Ornelia at third, one away. And the Green Giants have punched across 2 runs already. Pitch is outside, 1-1.
And when it comes to Dion, mentioned this a little bit yesterday, he's played above and beyond what was expected with the speed, his ability to field, and his hitting.
Swing and a miss, it's 1-2.
And that's been big.
And that's certainly helped out with the injury to Brady Dorn, who's out for the year.
Exactly. That has been the main thing, to be able to have someone like that step up at the shortstop position.
Throw back to first to get Crump back at the first base bag. Dion with a count of 1-2 with one away. And the pitch up high, 2-2. 2-2 to Dion. The leadoff hitter, Carter Mossy, waits on deck. The 2-2 inside, 3-2. Close, but it's inside.
Yeah, good eye there to not swing on that close play on the inside part of the plate. Now we'll see if they give him the green light.
The payoff pitch swung on, hit down the right side. Is it going to go foul? Yes, it does. It's count is 3-2 remaining on Dion. First and third, one out. Giants lead by 2. Looking to pad their lead here in the bottom of 2. The action pitch swung on, hit softly to the pitcher. Now coming home and now going back and tagged out as Ornelia. Runners will remain at first and second now with 2 away.
Let's look at what happened here because you can see Ornelia's already committed to go. He sees the pitcher already got the play. He was hoping he was bounced at least maybe to second base or something. And he gets stuck in a quick rundown and gets tagged out. So now men will be at just first and second on what will very likely be scored potentially a fielder's choice.
Nevertheless, 2 on, 2 out, 2-0's our score, and the leadoff batter Mossy's in the dirt, but it's in front of the catcher. Dowdy. Runners did not advance, so the count is 1-0 to Mossy, who ground out the third his first time up. The 1-0 swung on and fouled off behind us, right on the roof.
And a young fan caught it.
Always nice to see.
Yeah, how about that for heads up as that rolled off the roof and was caught by one of the Windsor South team players.
1-1 the count to Carter Mossy. Runner at second base is Crump. Dion's at first. Crump moves well for a catcher. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-1. 2-1 to Mossy. Hull's doing a lot of pitches this inning.
Yeah, the pitch count has been getting very high already. He had a few high counts for the first inning. He's seen the same here at this point. All right, at least above 20.
And the pitch fouled off the screen. 2-2, 2 on, 2 out here in the second inning.
Yeah, to give you the exact number, actually, 25 strikes now with that foul ball, 17 balls. And that's in just 2 innings.
42 pitches in just under 2 innings. You're right. The left-hander deals, swing and a miss, and he got him. So the Green Giants, nevertheless, strike for 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. And the score at the end of 2 is the Green Giants 2. The Locos nothing. We'll be back with more baseball right after these words.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
It's new, it's fresh, it's innovative, it's WeTV, Windsor Essex Television, and you can watch it anywhere. www.we-tv.ca is the place to be. If it's sports, entertainment, or community events, WeTV has what you're looking for. The people, places, and faces of our community are front and center on WeTV. Check out www.we-tv.ca for what's being webcast live. WeTV, we got you covered.
Welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh, Ontario. Locals trail 2-0 to the St. Clair Green Giants at the moment. as we enter the top of the third inning of what has been a strong start for Miguel Cienfuegos up on the mound so far.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts and a walk through his first 2 innings. He's only faced 7 batters. He'll face the number 8 hitter and Brad Dowdy to start the third inning. So we're in the top of 3. The Green Giants lead by 2 here at Lacoste Park on a gorgeous evening here at the park.
Yep.
No fish flies. I don't think there's any of them come out, quite frankly. I've scared them away. We've had enough of the fish flies. It's sunny, despite the lights being on. That's not relevant. Just a gorgeous day.
It absolutely is a gorgeous day here at this ballpark with the 1-0 count now. Nice, beautiful skies. Nice, cool breeze.
Here's the 1-0. It's up towards second. Good play by Homer. Long throw to first, and he gets him. Good play by Homer, and a nice stretch by Jones, and there's one away here in the third inning.
And that's a good start to the inning once again for Cienfuegos. And a nice defensive play from Homer to be able to chase it down, make the running grab, and throw to get it to Jones for out number 1.
Bring up the third baseman, Justin Wiley. He is the number 9 hitter, hitting .271 on the season. First pitch to Wiley, in for a strike. It's 0-1.
He definitely wouldn't try to go for a bunt there, it looks like, to try and utilize maybe some of his speed.
The 0-1 up high, 1-1. 1-1, the count to Wiley. Cienfuegos steals, attempting to bunt, fouls it off. That's Wiley. It's now 1-2. So the count is 1-2 on Wiley. Top of the third, Green Giants lead by 2. And the 1-2 up high. It's now 2-2. 2-2 the count to Wiley. The leadoff hitter, Anthony Amicangelo, will bat. There's a broken bat hit to short. Dion, long throw to first, doesn't get him, not in time. Good speed displayed there by Wiley down that baseline.
Yeah, let's look at this here. Decent contact there, right to Dion at short, but just couldn't get the throw quick enough to get the out there. So now there's a man on first with the infield single, utilizing the speed that's got him 7 steals this year.
Wiley showed good speed down the baseline. That's why he's at first base. So 1 on and 1 out here in the third. And it'll bring up, as mentioned, the right fielder, Anthony Amicangelo. Good pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Cienfuegos will probably keep Wiley close at first, or as close as he can get. The 0-1 is low, 1-1. 1-1 to Amicangelo.
I think if Wiley was to get the green light, it would be right here. Has a bigger lead here on the 1-1.
Good pitch, 1-2, nice low strike. So he's ahead 1-2. Michael Diffley waits on deck for the Locos. There goes the runner, and it's going to go through for a base hit. On the way to third is Wiley, and holding up at first, Amicangelo. It's first and third with nobody away. I should say 1 away here in the third.
Perfectly executed hit and run there to be able to draw Homer away from where the ball was going to try and go for the steal, to be able to hit it in towards right center field. Perfectly executed. Now you have a man just 90 feet away from scoring here in the top of the third.
First and third, 1 out for Diffley, who walked his first time up. And the pitch up high, 1-0. 1-0 to Diffley.
And remember, when he was walked, it was on 4 straight balls where Cienfuegos was trying to mix up location a bit. Most of the pitches, the majority of the pitches, 2 of the 4 were up high.
Chop wide of third, that's foul. Close but not close enough. What would have been trouble certainly, but it was foul down the left field line. Counts 1-1. 1-1 to Diffley.
Yeah, if that ended up getting fair there, that would have been at least 2 runs potentially right there. That would have blown this game wide open for this top of the 3rd inning.
Cienfuegos deals. It's hit into right field. Ornelia will camp under it. Cut off by Jones. A throw home. Easy scoring there. For the first run of the game for the Locos is Wiley. So it's now 2-1 on the sac fly to right field.
Yeah, that looked like a design sacrifice fly there. Hits it directly to Ornelia at third. At right field, really, I should say. But again, the speed from Wiley comes in. He comes home by about 5 steps there and slides home. Gets the first run.
That throw was designed to keep the runner at first base, more so than anything else. Chopper hit towards first, easy pickup for Jones. He makes the play. And the side's retired, but a run is scored, so 2 runs, a hit, and no errors. And the score as we come to the bottom of 3, it is 2-1 for the Green Giants. And at this point in time, Aaron Sanders has a guest. Aaron.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Joining me, the Lima Locos, Jared Gaynor. And Jared, first off, big win against the Clippers yesterday. How much of that factored into the game plan for tonight?
You know, I just think it has created a lot of good momentum for us going into today. Our bats have been a little slow as of lately, and it was nice to have a come-from-behind win yesterday and have that carrying into tonight.
And you guys are the defending champions, no question about it, and you guys are playing real well. First place in the Northern Division. How much of that championship aspect play into how you guys performing this year?
You know, we have a couple guys that were on that championship team last year, and those guys have been 2 of our big leaders on this team, and I think it plays a huge role. You know, a lot of new faces, a lot of new guys on the team, but we all have the same common goal of trying to bring another championship back to Lima.
We've seen you put in another run in this inning. I mean, how are you seeing this game?
You know, we had a good first inning pitching-wise. Tanner was throwing a lot of strikes. Bats were a little slow, and we managed to respond right there after giving up 2 runs with a run. And that's what you have to do. Whenever you give up runs, you got to respond right away, and that's what we did.
Deep in the heart of the champions. Thank you for your time. Yep. That's Jared Gaynor, the coach of the Lima locos. Now we'll send it back to Dollar Bill Kelso and JP Justin Prince.
Thank you, Aaron Sanders. Bill Kelso along with Justin Prince, as we had set to start the inside joke. It's okay. It's reflecting my age, I think, more so than anything else. Here at the ballpark, and Rodrigo DeLuke will lead things off for the Green Giants here in their 3rd inning, and they lead by a run.
And it could have been a whole lot worse for the Green Giants. They were able to get a bit of luck on their side at times, but able to at least keep the lead for now.
1 strike to DeLuke on the swing and miss. He struck out his first time up. DeLuke, Krasmensky, and David Cole are the scheduled 3 batters here in the 3rd. Pitch is low and outside, 1-1. So 1-1 the count to DeLuke. Curveball, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 the count to DeLuke, and he's had trouble with Hall so far this game. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled back. Count remains 1-2.
I think it's really the speed of the fastball that he's seen up at the plate. Maybe that's throwing off his timing when there is an off speed.
Got him again swinging. 2 strikeouts against DeLuke, and that is the 4th strikeout of the night for Hall. 1 away in the Green Giant 3rd. He'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Gibson Krasmensky. The Loco native also struck out his first time up. Again, he'll bat right-handed. Now hitting .281 on the season. Fouls it off. It's 0-1. 0-1 count to Krasmensky. Outside pitch, 1-1. Hall coming off an inning where he allowed 4 hits and 2 runs. Trying to bounce back, that's up high. It's 2-1. 2-1 count to Krasmensky.
Yeah, he's being very patient here off at the plate. Hoping to draw maybe a walk.
Pitch is low and outside. It's 3-1. So the count's been worked to 3-1. Hall hasn't walked anybody yet through his first 2 1/3 innings. But he does now. Ball 4. And Krasmensky is aboard with a walk, and they'll bring up the DH, David Kuhl, who singled and scored his first time up.
The designated hitter, David Cole.
Yeah, that was some good contact when Cole came up at the plate last time. Now he wants to try and do that again. Try and start another one-out rally here to get the Green Giants back on the board after scoring 2 runs in that bottom of the 2nd inning.
First pitch to Cole. Good pitch. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1 on Cole. Harrison Jones, the first baseman, waits on deck for the Green Giants. The 0-1 hit to short. High hop, flip to second for 1. Back to first, and they make the double play to retire the innings. 6-4-3. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and the score at the end of 3. We'll take a quick look before we leave you.
No hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
Taylor made double play. Out by a mile, certainly at first base, too. Nevertheless, again, the Green Giants, no runs and no hits and no errors. A score at the end of 3. It's 2-1.
40% of all majorly injured patients in Windsor-Essex are impaired by alcohol or marijuana. When you go out, it is your responsibility to make plans for a sober ride home. Designate a sober driver, call a taxi, or use public transit. The choice is yours. Drive sober, get home safe. Or the next ride you get might not be taking you home.
Hi, I'm Luke Wilson of Detroit Lions. For the best local sports programming, make sure to tune in to WeTV.
We are back at Lacoste Park. Bill Kelso along with Justin Prince and Aaron Sanders and the rest of the crew here at We-TV. And it looks, we're going to have a new broadcaster here for the 4th and 5th innings. It's going to be Justin Cole. Justin, take it away.
Thank you very much, Bill. As right now, if you're just tuning in, it's been a good matchup today in terms of pitching. Miguel Cienfuegos has been having a good time on the mound tonight. Been able to keep the pitch count low, get a few strikeouts, and be able to get some quick at-bats, Bill.
Yes, and as you mentioned, Cienfuegos likes to work fast. He's been steady, and he's going to be very interesting here in this 4th inning.
And with that, it's time to start off the top of the 4th inning as the locals will start towards third base. Krasmensky to Jones at first for a quick out, number 1.
Really nice play here by Krasmensky going wide to his left. And look at this play. Nice throw. Got the runner. 1-0 out here in the 4th.
That was Malik Spratting who got the hit towards third base there. That brings up Brad Croy. Croy starts off watching a high off-speed pitch, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 today, hitting .375 on the season. Came into today 3rd in batting average. As that's back to the screen, 1-1.
Dangerous hitter. Certainly for average, that's for sure. With, like you mentioned, 375 on the season. That's pretty impressive.
Of course, that includes the 0 for 1 so far today. Here comes the 1-1. Up the middle, goes by Homer at second. This will roll into center field as Masi throws it back in, and that will be a base hit with 1 out.
The shortstop.
Great stroke there at bat by Croy, and well deserving of the hit. Just a well-placed hit. No chance for Homer at second, despite the effort.
And that was a good effort. That brings up Tyler Simon, who will try and put in a good effort to try and bring him on home. For Simon, he'll look to try and have a good at-bat here. Here comes the first pitch. To Kuzminski at third. Off to Homer at second. To first, Jones is thrown off the bag. And that will be a fielder's choice for out number 2.
Great play there made by Kuzminski. Almost an excuse-me catch. Made the quick turnaround, but they couldn't turn the novel play, however. But nevertheless, a great play at third to get 1 out, the lead runner.
Yeah, and that was, as you mentioned, a huge effort for Homer just to be able to get the catch at second there. To be able to get that second out, that will be a fielder's choice for Simon. Daniel Soares will come up to the plate now, the DH tonight. He's 0 for 1, hitting .329 on the campaign. Watches the inside strike, 0-1.
Good location for the most part for Cienfuegos tonight.
He's been really mixing it up at times too, between off-speed fastball with different locations. Throws the pick off to first. Able to keep the man at first with Simon. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Green Giants lead 2-1. Tyler Simons at first with 2 outs. And our pick off to Jones. And they're really trying to keep him at bay, it seems here. They don't want to allow a steal.
Oh, that was Cienfuegos' second or third best move. Maybe we'll get a look at his best move. Nope.
Swings and misses for strike 2.
Well, he's nicely ahead of Saris. See if he can put him away.
He's calling time here. Today's umpire, Frank Barquette. Swings and misses, strike 3, and the side is retired. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and the Green Giants still lead 2-1. And Cienfuegos continues to have a dominant performance up on the mound tonight.
3 strikeouts in 3 innings, continues his fine pitching, and you're right, he has been one of the stories here so far, and as mentioned, through 4 innings, has only just given up the 1 run, yes, 3 hits, but so far it's been an excellent performance by Cienfuegos.
Court, the next few games coming up here, as you see on your screen, big one still with tomorrow, Lima still playing here on Friday. Day off for the Green Giants afterwards, as the Saginaw Sugar Beets will wrap things up on Sunday night here at Bert Lacoste Park. And then the question is, will they be in the play-in game or the playoff series? That's going to be the big question that's going to be determined by these next 3 games for all 3 of these teams involved.
Well, moving forward, I'll let you explain that, Justin, the ramifications and everything else.
Of course, when it comes to that, for those who do not understand the format here, whoever gets first place in the division gets a bye essentially from the play-in game. Second and third place will have to play in a one-game play-in game series on Tuesday, July 31st. Second place would host, third place would be on the road. The winner of that game would then go to a best-of-3 series for the Northern Division playoff series, where first place team hosts games 1 and 3. Whoever wins the play-in series goes and hosts game number 2. So very simple, right?
Well, I got a good part of it until you started getting into the 3rd and 4th teams, whatever. But yes, nice start, anyways.
Either way, three teams will make the playoffs of the Northern Division in a tight division as we start things out from the bottom of the inning 1-0. Up at the plate to lead things off is Harrison Jones, followed by Gavin Homer and Matthew Ornelius. This one's chopped foul for strike 1.
Both Jones and the next batter, Gavin Homer, back-to-back doubles, but neither scored.
Yeah, both of them caught between third and home as that one bounces off of Barquette's face. So he'll back off as they'll just have a little confidence discussion up on the mound here. It's 2-1. 2-1 is the count here in the bottom of the fourth inning. But Jones, 7 hits against Lima this season.
That's pretty impressive.
And of course, coming into tonight, he was hitting 6.67 with his average against Hall. Swings and misses for strike 2 on the fastball. That fastball's been tough to hit tonight. Jones times it up well this time. Towards right center field. Sprani chasing back by the warning track. And he makes the grabbing catch. So that'll be out number 1 here for the Green Giants in the bottom fourth.
Well, he got pretty good wood on it. It was drifting a bit, but nevertheless, the right fielder had room, or the center fielder, I should say. Did come a ways to get it, but it made a nice grab nevertheless, and it gets 1 out here in the Green Giant fourth.
And that brings up Gavin Homer. As you mentioned, had a double last time up. Credited with a run scored as well. Not sure if that's 100% there. He's hitting in the 200 still. So that one's inside of what looked like a bit of a curve, 1-0.
Has hit both his home runs this season here in Tecumseh.
Question is, will Homer hit a homer again? Pops this one up, but foul. It's now below behind the stands. 1-1's the count. Wind really starting to pick up. Blowing towards right center field now here at Bert Lacoste Park. Homer chop foul down the left field line and off the fence. 1-2's now the count.
Made Coach David Cooper do the 2-step. Good moves, Dave.
Very important to be able to dance when there's a baseball coming towards your way, obviously.
Yeah, helps you can move.
Here comes the 1-2. Swings and misses as that's in the dirt. They'll have to throw this to first for out number 2.
5th strikeout of the night for Hall. Pitch gets past the catcher on the strikeout, but he has time to throw the runner out, Homer. It comes up to Ornelia now with 2 away in the 4th.
Had to go the long way there, but Hall's been a tough pitcher to face. He'll now pitch against Matthew Ornelia. Ornelia's 0 for 1 today, hitting .309 on the season. Hits it foul above the screen down left field. It's now 0-1. You're watching Green Giants baseball on WE TV as it's the bottom of the 4th. Green Giants lead 2-1 in a very important matchup here in the final week of the regular season. And the 0-1's foul back to the screen. It's now 0-2.
Ornelia grounded out sharply to first, but it was thrown home to get the runner, but did hit the ball hard.
Misses the zone 1 and 2. That happened twice where there was a run down between third and home, and then whoever was at bat and hit contact, and it was able to move here to first or second in that past inning. As that one's in for strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Hall as the side is retired. No hits, no runs, no errors. It's 2-1 Green Giants as we head to the top of the 5th. You're watching Green Giants baseball on WE TV.
A staggering 40% of all majorly injured patients in Windsor-Essex are impaired by alcohol or marijuana. When you go out, it is your responsibility to make plans for a sober ride home. Designate a sober driver, call a taxi, or use public transit. The choice is yours. Drive sober, get home safe. Or the next ride you get might not be taking you home.
The job market has changed, and I have to adapt. I'm not just getting theory, I'm getting skills. A degree isn't necessarily a pathway to their career. Being industry ready is. I choose to take control of my future, and my path is St. Clair College. I choose to be here.
Welcome back to Tecumseh, Ontario for more Green Giants baseball as we enter the top of the 5th inning. The Green Giants lead 2-1 as the Green Giants continue to hold on, thanks in part to a good performance from Cienfuegos. We have an update from out of town. The Saginaw Sugar Beets, who are playing against the Grand Lake Mariners in their current series, are up 4-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Very important for them to try and win that matchup, to try at least secure 3rd spot.
Oh, no question about it. The Saginaw will want 3rd at the very least. And, they're climbing up there. Got to keep an eye on Saginaw. We're going to have them here on Sunday. Justin, take it away.
They're a game and a half back in the standings to Lima at the moment as we're off and away for the top of the 5th. Starting off with a foul ball. Up at the plate is Braden Doughty. 0-1's now the count. He's 0 for 1 today. For Doughty, plays collegiate with Louisiana State University as he watches the ball 1-1. And the 1-1 just misses the zone. 2-1.
Facing the 8th, 9, and the top of the order here in the 5th.
Up high, now 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Smack to Korzminski at 3rd. Throws to Jones at 1st and gets out number 1.
Pretty routine play for Korzminski at 1st, and we'll see this on the replay. Bears that out. Hit the 3rd, not too hard. Easy pickup, nice, long, easy throw, and very good play by Korzminski. That's textbook play at 3rd base.
And that's going to bring up the 9th man in the order, Justin Wiley, who got on base last inning. He came around to score.
Showed good speed, too.
He'll watch an off-speed pitch, just missed the top of the zone, 1-0. You see here, he got that starting off with a single, then was able to get all the way around on a hit and run to 3rd, then came home on a sacrifice. So that's foul back 1-1. 1-1 is the count here in the top of the 5th with 1 out. Swings and misses, strike 2.
Good pitch delivered there by Cienfuegos. I think he had the batter Wiley fooled.
Definitely looked like it a bit there. See if he fools him again. Stares down. The sign, the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Hit well to left field on the 2-2. And this one's going to be chased down by Dion as it goes directly to him, in fact, for out number 2.
It hung up in the infield, didn't go out to the outfield at all, and an easy play for Dion as he got under it and made the grab.
Do you think it was because that he had the swing off balance there? Down to his knee, in fact.
Yeah, that certainly helped, no question about it. And then, of course, again, Dion hovering under it with an easy play. A good, well-fielded game so far by both clubs.
And that's going to be a tight inside pitch 1-0 as Anthony Amangello is up at the plate. He struck out once today, also got a single in his last at-bat. Watches that one miss the outside corner, 2-0. 2-0 is the count. Cienfuegos has been keeping the pitch count pretty calm. 34 strikes, 21 balls. As their strike 35 makes it 2-1. 2-1 is the count. This one hit foul, chased down by Jones along the fence, try to climb the fence a little bit, but it blows out of play. Now 2-2.
Weren't all that far away from it, but just far enough not to get to the ball. It was, in the areas, if you will, but yeah, it was close.
And again, the wind potentially a factor as it's still blowing in that right field foul pole range. On deck, Michael Diffley. Hit foul again to the same area, but more so. Look out. It stays 2-2. And a dog gets a free new toy as it's now 2-2. Foul again to the same area, but even farther this time as it's out to the parking lot, still 2-2.
This keeps up, they'll let the dog retrieve the ball.
In that area, they do have a dog sitting by one of the picnic tables. Now, I believe that was the second foul ball there in this situation. It's now still 2-2 for Cienfuegos. This time, more further down the right field line. This time, just past the bullpen for the Locos.
Good rip, but he twisted it foul.
And a good effort to keep this count alive, too, and drive up the pitch count.
Oh, yeah.
The battle continues, the 2-2. This time hit fair, but straight to Mossy in right center field, and the side is retired. So no hits, no runs, no errors. It stays 2-1 your score as we enter the mid-fifth inning, as the Green Giants continue to lead by 1 here in Tecumsehville.
Good play by Mossy, relatively easy, but Mossy, the dependable outfielder, making the grab in center field.
Next time you can see the Green Giants here at home at Bert Lacoste Park is tomorrow evening on Friday, July 27th, as the Green Giants and the Lima Locos finish off their 2-game series. That's tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on we-tv.ca.
Should be a dandy. These two teams through the first 4.5 innings, almost 5, have combined for just 7 hits and 3 runs. So it's been a tight affair so far. Both starting pitchers remain in the contest. Both starting pitchers have pitched well in this game. The reason the score is 2-1, I think, is reflective of their fine performances.
Absolutely, and it's a bit of a contrast to when they met up earlier this month, where the Green Giants lost the first game 12-8. The second game was a 13-5 victory for the Green Giants. So going from what was hitters' games there, now to a pitcher's duel here in Tecumseh. A lot on the line with with potential playoff seeding to worry about here. You see here what Bill was talking about with the 7 combined hits, the 3 combined runs here, as the Green Giants will start the bottom of the 5th inning. This will be led off by Alex Crump, followed by Kevin Dion, and then we go back to the top of the order with Carter Mossy.
You're right, the 8-9 and the number 1 hitter, the good thing is all 3 have good speed.
Yeah, good speed from Crump, even more so from Dion. Up high with a strike to start, 0-1. And Hall has thrown a lot of good quality strikes tonight as well. Outside this time, 1-1.
Crump had a single his first time up too, so he's definitely in this one.
Here comes the 1-1. Fastball misses the bottom corner. It's now 2-1. You see here a single with an RBI. Chopped down the third base line, but foul.
Nice try. Nice try by Crump. That would have been an extra bases.
Yeah, but Wiley was starting to get right to that ball, though, as it bounced down the left field line. 2-2's now the count.
Alex Crump has come in here and done a nice job for the Green Giants, especially the last half of the season, even maybe a tad more. Played well.
Tied inside 3-2. And he's played a lot of time as catcher because the Green Giants have been limited at times at the catcher spot. Made him really step up. Swings and misses, though, for strike 3.
7th strikeout of the night for Hall. So through not quite 5 innings, he has 7 strikeouts. We knew coming in he had an impressive strikeout ratio, and he's living up to that so far this evening.
And that brings up Kevin Dion. He'll look to try and get a base hit here. Starts off by watching a low pitch on the fastball, 1-0.
Dion's been another one of these, and we've talked about it briefly, another one of these surprises this season. Has come in and done a nice job.
2-0's now the count. But it's been very important for him to step up. Plays here locally at where the St. Clair Saints, has that experience in the system, and now is hitting this to left field for a base hit. Bounces right to Croy, and Dion's able to get the hit with 1 out.
So as the batting average stays above 300 with the solid single, we can see it here. Nice stroke by Dion, and he's safely aboard with the Green Giants' 5th hit of the night.
Good contact there as we head back to the top of the order to Carter Massey. Carter Massey, always a threat on the base pads, will try and get on base here with a man at first with 1 out. Massey to right field. This will be a base hit. Dion will stop at second as Massey's in with another single, 2 straight singles with 1 out for the Green Giants.
So the Green Giants threaten here in the 5th, and there's a good stroke there off the bat of Massey for his 1st hit of the night. And the Green Giants have runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 away.
And that brings up Rodrigo DeLuke, 2nd in the batting order. Has been a bit off balance at the plate tonight so far for him.
Means he's due.
Watches the off-speed, misses the bottom corner, 1-0. He's already struck out twice. You don't want to get a hat trick on 3 straight.
No, I think
at-bats.
you'll see a more determined effort from Rodrigo. Let's see what he does.
Here's the 1-0. Watches that for a strike, 1-1. Dion at second, Massey at first with 1 out after back-to-back singles with 1 out. Inside again for a strike, 1-2.
Good pitch delivered there by Hall.
Yeah, both times just clipping the inside part of the plate. Swings and misses as there's the hat trick. 3rd strikeout for DeLuke, and Hall's dominance in terms of strikeouts continues as now Kuzminski will now come up.
8 strikeouts for Hall, and unfortunately DeLuke has struck out 3 times here this evening. Tough night so far at the plate for DeLuke.
And for Kuzminski, he's walked once, struck out once. 0 for 1 officially. As a watch the off-speed, missed the inside corner, 1-0. And the Green Giants, they would like to give a bit of insurance for Cienfuegos definitely here, I think.
You'd love to cash a run here.
Watches it again, inside, misses, 2-0. Look like back-to-back times with the breaking ball. Here's Hall. Unable to get the fastball in the zone, 3-0.
Well, he'll be taking on this pitch, I would think. With a 3-0 count at runners at 1st and 2nd, make him throw a strike.
Yeah, he still has a strike to give, so it won't risk it either way if you don't swing. Here's the 3-0. That time in for a strike, down low, 3-1. And that was an error close pitch, it appeared there too, right by the knees.
Good pitch.
This one hit foul. 3-2, a full count.
Good rip, but it was foul. Got a lot on that one, but he turned it.
And a member of the media who made the trip today for today's ball game from Lima, having to dodge that play by the Green Giants dugout. The 3-2. Chop to third. Slow roller. No one's going to get it. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Well, he topped the ball, made the play virtually impossible, and the Green Giants on the infield single by Chris Mensky have loaded the bases. Very tough play, but here, no chance.
Yeah, you can see all of them just stopping to see, is this thing going to just tap foul? And then they all just stare at that for the split second. Now the bases are loaded, a big opportunity now for Cole. He's 1 for 2 with a single and scored a run today. As the fastball is up high, 1-0. Now 7 hits for the Green Giants, 3 of them coming in this inning. Up high again, 2-0.
Now he'll get to see a good pitch. He's going to have to come and get him. Let's see if Cole can do something here.
Great opportunity as time is called.
I think the umpire just gave a warning to the bench, I think. Some chirping from the Locos bench has drawn the ire of the home plate umpire.
Yeah, you see them all standing and staring at the play. You have to stay composed in this kind of a situation, no matter where you are. You don't want to get chippy.
This is a big pitch. I think he'll get a good one to look at. Let's see.
Here comes the 2-0. Swings and misses, 2-1 on the fastball.
Well, it was a good pitch.
Yeah, he stomped on the gas pedal there to be able to blow that right by Cole. And time called just before the pitch.
I'm sure pitchers aren't amused when that happens. That's for sure. He was in the midst of his windup.
Here's the 2-1. In to make it 2-2. Dion at third. Massey at second. Gruzminski at first with 2 outs. 2-2 is the count. Half swing, did he go around? Yes, he did, and the side is retired. Strikeout number 9 for Hall, and the Green Giants leave the bases loaded. Still 2-1 as we head to the top of the 6th from Tecumseh, Ontario.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
I am Nadia Comunich for the best in local programming. Watch WeTV.
Welcome back, everyone, to more Green Giants baseball here on WeTV. As the Lima Locos were able to keep it a 2-1 ball game after getting 3 outs, all on strikeouts, leaving the bases stranded and loaded. That could have been a big opportunity for the Green Giants to get run insurance for the man on the mound, Miguel Cienfuegos.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does here in the 6th inning. I think he still has a lot of gas left, quite frankly. It'll be important to see how he does against the first batter or 2. This will continue to decide his fate, but so far he has pitched a pretty darn good ball game and has only allowed 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And only 1 allowed run as well as we enter the top of the 6th.
But he's in the heart of the lineup.
Of course, the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Michael Diffley, followed by Cade Beloso, and Malik Sprawling will be those hitters. For Diffley, he's hitting .333 on the season. Going to add some pressure here for Cienfuegos. Watches this curveball for a strike, 0-1. Justin Prince alongside Bill Kelso here on Wheat TV as the Green Giants try and hold on to a 2-1 lead and try and take the Northern Division lead. This one up in the sky to right field. Tracked down by Arnelia for out number 1 on the flyout.
Easy play for Arnelia in right field. Bit of the sun out there, but he was able to shield it, and he didn't have to move very far. It was literally hit right to him. Take a look here. Now just stand in front of it, make the grab. Easy play for Arnelia.
And that brings up Beloso. Beloso still looking for his first hit, 0 for 2 officially today. Watches one up near the face, 1-0.
Lefty against the lefty.
And that could be a challenge, could add some challenges at times with the lefty versus lefty. Here's the 1-0. In the dirt, now 2-0. For Cienfuegos, he's been able to keep the pitch count in check. He's only at 66 pitches, Bill.
I like that count.
Cienfuegos is not going to like this count, though, for the batter. It's now 3-0. 3 straight balls now from Miguel Cienfuegos. That one in for a strike, 3-1.
You have to put the same location again for pitch number 5 here, this batter.
Here comes the 3-1. Now it's full, 3-2.
Bit of a lazy swing, and it's now, as you mentioned, the count is full. Might regret swinging at that one.
Yeah, because that looked like it was going to miss the top of the zone. And he wouldn't have got good contact from up there anyway.
I thought so.
Cienfuegos 3-2. This one hit foul and back. Count stays full as the ball bounces off the roof. Beautiful night here at Bert Lacoste Park at a beautiful ballpark here in Tecumseh. On deck, Malik Sprawling. This one chopped down the right field line and foul again. And he continues to battle. It's still 3-2.
You're right. He keeps that bat alive, but Cienfuegos has thrown some good pitches in the last 2 or 3.
And we've seen a bit more dancing from the locals first baseman, so we've seen 3 people dance tonight. Lots of people showing off the 2-step.
Yeah, we have a version of Dancing with the Stars this keeps up.
Yeah, dancing with the baseballs. Here comes the 3-2. And he walks him. Unable to hit the bottom corner. And now with 1 out, there's a man at first for Malik Sprawling.
Just his second walk of the night for Cienfuegos.
And Spratling's up at the plate. Spratling plays collegiately for Gulf Coast Community College and a Georgia native. And he'll pop this one up. Chased down by Jones. Still chasing. Unable to make the grab in the sun.
Harrison Jones struggling with that one up in the air. The sun coming in from the west. Might have had something to do with it.
And either way, it's going to be an 0-1 count now after that foul ball. And it looks like another time has been called after the plate as Spratling will regroup. He's 0 for 2 today, 10 of 22 on the campaign. Up high, misses the inside corner, 1-1. Top of the 6th here on Wheat TV. The Green Giants lead 2-1. And misses the top of the zone, 2-1. Like the same pitch both times there.
He's going to have to challenge the hitter.
See if he challenges. Here's the 2-1. Inside and up high, 3-1.
Well, this is a big pitch, not to state the understatement. This is a big pitch at 3-1 with one away. You don't want to put a runner to have to go to second base.
Especially with Brad Croy on deck. Remember, he got a single last time up. That sizzled right by Homer at second. This one hit up in the sky. Multiple players call for it. Who's going to grab it? Jones makes up for missing the first foul ball and gets out number 2.
Well, that was a bit of a fire drill. Wasn't sure who was going to take it. However, Jones makes the play, and there, as you mentioned, there's 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Brad Croy, though, is the one up at the plate. Of course, the leader in batting average for the team, in the top 5 coming into tonight in batting average, and someone that could potentially draw in the run here if he can get some good contact like he did the last at-bat with a single. Watches that one off speed, 0-1.
Good pitch.
Looked like a tough curve to try and swing that there. This time, though, it times it up well, right towards center field. As that chops to Mossy, men will be at first and second on the single as that one rolls towards Jones. Either way, men stay at their same spots.
Well, you can see why Croy is one of the leading hitters. Pretty nice stroke, and he gets his second hit of the night. He's 2 for 3, and now the Locos have a runner in scoring position with 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Tyler Simon is now up at the plate.
He's 0 for 2 on the night.
And for him, good scoring opportunity with men at first and second. Here comes the first pitch. And it's chopped foul back. It's 0-1. Green Giants trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 6th. Timed up well. Mossy tracks it down in center and gets out number 3 on the flyout. So 2 men left on, and the Green Giants keep it 2-1 after 5.5 innings of play here on WE TV.
Pretty efficient play there by Mossy, the Mr. Dependable.
Also Mr. Dependable, Aaron Sanders. Aaron?
All right, guys, thank you. Joining me is one of the pitchers for the Green Giants, Tyshawn Chapman. And Tyshawn, first off, your thoughts after what you've seen so far?
What I've seen so far was a ball game, you know, going both ways. Guys playing really tough.
What more can you say? I mean, you guys are coming off a loss against the Leprechauns last night, and now this is a big series, a must-win situation. What were the emotions like in the clubhouse tonight?
Tonight it was, you know, high energy, guys just ready to play. We did a lot, you know, of like exciting things with coming out here, just preparing ourselves best as possible.
This is a big month for you guys. I mean, in addition to the 8-game winning streak, I mean, this is where he's really got to buckle down and try to get first place. With all the success that has been garnered with this team, how are you able to fit in all that?
I fit in with this team, you know, with like, you know, high intensity, you know, just playing real hard. You know, these guys are winners. And I fit, you know, I feel like I fit just well with that. You know, I'm a winner.
And for 6 weeks, you've just only been there for 6 weeks, but yeah, that's what you have. You got the mindset of the champion, and we thank you for your time, Tyshawn.
Thank you.
All right, we're going back to the famous Bill Kelso and JP, Justin Prince.
Thank you very much.
He's just trying to butter me back up again, but that's okay. Thank you, Aaron Sanders. Great job down below, and Green Giants will start here in the bottom of the 6th inning with Harrison Jones.
Yeah, Harrison Jones, Gavin Hover, Matthew Arnelia up. That'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Green Giants. And Jones trying to add another hit to his totals, fouls that down the left field line. That's for the first strike here in the bottom of the 6th.
Straighten out, he would have had another extra base hit.
He's 7 for 12 against Lima this season. Overall 1 for 2 tonight.
It's about 565 against this team.
Outside 1-1.
More than double his current average.
Yeah, very strong against the Locos. This one towards the outfield. Should be tracked down by the shortstop and Simon, and able to make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, he tracked it nicely. He had a beat on the ball, Justin, and a pretty easy play by the shortstop, as you mentioned, Simon. And now there's one away here in the Green Giants' 6th.
And that's the first out there. As Hall continues to pitch a good game, Gavin Homer's up at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with the double, as you see, with a run scored today. Starts off by fouling that back to the screen. It's 0-1.
Good rip was headed our way.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Tecumseh, Ontario. The Green Giants continue to lead 2-1. That one bounces in the dirt and off the catcher's mask, 1-1.
That might have been the first pitch we've really seen in the dirt thrown by Hall all night long.
Yeah, he's been really hitting the strike zone a lot. 59 strikes, 39 balls.
And 9 strikeouts.
Lots of strikeouts, 2-1s now to count on the tight pitch.
In fact, he struck out the side the last inning. All outs were strikeouts. Good
In
pitch.
for a strike, 2-2.
That was a great pitch. Tough to hit. I couldn't hit that one.
And his fastball's been very tough to hit here. See what he goes with the 2-2. Homer directly to the shortstop of Simon once again. So 2 outs, both made by Simon.
Soft liner, no problem at all. Was hit right at the shortstop, Simon. As mentioned, not a lot on it. Unfortunately, the Green Giants 2 away here in their 6th inning.
And
Guy 2 for a hit, though, is Ornelia.
And that brings up the next man in the order, Matthew Ornelia. Ornelia still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. Inside off speed, 0-1. There is a man up in the bullpen now for the Locos, meanwhile. Looks like they're preparing a right-hander. As that one half swing, but foul back either way, 0-2.
He didn't want to touch it. Well, you might have got away with a half swing, but unfortunately, it ticked the bat. That was an excuse me swing.
See if he makes up for the excuse me on the 0-2. Hits this one, skies it up. Tracked down again by Simon. So 3 outs, all made by Simon, and the side is retired. No hits, no runs, no errors. Yeah, you can see here Simon able to track this down. With that, we'll be back in just a moment here on WeTV.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
I learn by doing. I learn by reacting to a situation. St. Clair puts me directly into my industry. I'm dealing with real patients, real life situations. It's not just theory, it's not book work anymore.
I choose to take control of my future and my path to St. Clair College. I choose to be here.
Welcome back to Tecumseh, Ontario for more Green Giants baseball here on WeTV. For your play-by-play for the 7, 8, and 9 innings, I toss it over to my partner, Bill Kelso. Bill?
Thank you, Justin. Hi again, everybody. On a beautiful night here in Tecumseh, Ontario at Bert Lacoste Park, the Green Giants, the home team, lead 2-1. And we're into the 7th inning. And the 7, 8, 9 batters are coming up for the Locos. It'll be Saris, Dowdy, and Wiley. So the batter is David Saris, who is 0 for 2 in the night, and he struck out his last time up. Cienfuegos pitching here in the 7th. Activity, as Justin mentioned, albeit not much, in the Locos pen. 1 strike to Saris.
Yeah, with Cienfuegos back up on the mound, they've settled back down the bullpen after this game is still 2-1. It's been like this since really the top of the 3rd inning. Just able to keep things settled down, Cienfuegos has all night long.
2 strikes on the swing and a miss there by Saris. It's 0-2 count. Braden Dowdy, the catcher, is up next. Chopper hit to second. Gavin Homer the play, the long throw to first, and he gets him. So 2nd to 1st, and there's 1 away here in the 7th. Justin?
Yeah, that was still a bit of a difficult play there because while it looked routine at first, you see Homer, to get the throw properly off, had to hop to get the catch, throws it over to Jones, gets the out by about 2 steps there. Good little hop to be able to make sure he got the catch.
So 1 away here in the 7th inning for the catcher, as mentioned, Braden Dowdy, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Good pitch. Cienfuegos has allowed 1 hit in 7 at-bats for the 7, 8, 9 hitters. That's driven foul behind us. And the count is 0-2, so he's 0-2 ahead on Dowdy. You got to take care of the batters in the 7, 8, 9 spot so they don't hurt you. That pitch is up high, 1-2.
Yeah, because if you allow them to get on base, that will end up setting some momentum, a potential rally for the top of the lineup for when they come up if you get them on.
Good off-speed pitch, and he got him swinging. So Dowdy strikes out. That is the 4th strikeout of the night for Cienfuegos. 2 away here in the 7th. And he'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Justin Wiley, who is 1 for 2.
The thing is, he's going to be a tough out still because he's gotten some decent contact on some swings, including that single, and has the speed if he goes for the bunt.
And he got a piece of the ball. I thought he did. No, gives up high. It's 1-0. The ball hit the catcher's mitt. At first I thought it hit the bat. Here's the 1-0. Now he bunts it. Pushed it foul. It's 1-1. He has threatened the bunt more than once so far this evening. Let's take advantage of his speed. Got too much on that one, though. And the 1-1 fastball is up high. It's 2-1. Good speed there here late in this game for Cienfuegos. Still has some zip. The 2-1 is swung on and fouled off behind us. And the count is 2-2. 2-2, the count on Wiley.
And really, he's been able to stay composed for basically the entire game tonight. Being able to keep his command and control together. And as you mentioned, keep the speed together.
2-2 hit the 3rd, and it goes over top of Krasmensky. Took a bad hop, and on the way to second is Wiley, and he'll go there standing up, but he hurt himself.
Well,
he pulled up lame halfway through down the bag, and I think he turned his ankle. And he's going to come out. Look at this on the replay, and he's coming out of the game.
Yeah. You see the awkward bounce just above Krasmensky with the bounce, but what the more interesting part is the injury with Wiley while running towards the bag just a few steps before then.
Oh, that's a hamstring right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not what you want to see, especially with the speedster.
I would be surprised he stays in the game. I thought he was coming out immediately, but he's trying to walk it off. I'm not so sure he can.
Now remember, this was the injury. Cole had to miss some time with a pulled hamstring in a little bit. So, hamstring tweak, really, I should really say. But this could really affect him potentially.
Well, it's impactful because the runner is at second base, and with the threatening position and trailing by a run, you want to make sure he's good to go.
Exactly.
Obviously, you care about the player regardless, but I'm talking about from a game perspective now. Once we get past the health issue or potential health issue, we got to look at here. He's trying to run it off. I guess at the end of the day, he'll try and convince and say, yes, I'm fine, or maybe I'm not. He's going to grind through those exercises, if you will, to see if he can do it.
Yeah, that's the thing, because to see if he is able to do this. We've seen this, though, sometimes where they've been able to stay in the game for that time, but pull a player out later on when it comes to an injury, whether it's with a pinch hit or a pinch fielder. You don't want to take the risk.
And he's going to come out. So they make the right call, in my view. He's going to come out of the game. You can see him limping. With a 2-1 game here late, we're going to get a pinch runner for Justin Wiley, and they'll have to put another third baseman in as well. But he got the break there with a ball right in front of Chris Mensky, ready to make the play, and it just all of a sudden at the last second hopped right by him.
Yeah, that was a bad bounce there, and that was some good hops from Chris Mensky to try and chase it down, but just couldn't get onto it there. That brings up Jess Davis now as the pinch runner in this crucial situation, a redshirt freshman from the University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Now bring up the leadoff hitter, Anthony Amakangelojo.
It looks like a left-hander's now up in the bullpen as well here, Bill. So trying to be cautious here because last night, remember, Travis Snyder made his first start with the Green Giants. They took him to the 8th inning. And then in a 2-1 game then, guess what? The Leprechauns ended up tying it up. They don't want to risk it.
Angelo is 1 for 3 in this game. Flew at the right his last time up. And the pitch is low, 1-0 to Emeka Angelo. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Locos. The Green Giants, 2-7-0. Inside, 2-0. 2-0 the count on it's not an easy name to pronounce. Emeka Angelo.
Interesting pronunciation from the sophomore from Johnson County Community College.
Base hit to left field. DeLuke makes the play. Here comes the runner. Throw to the plate, and he is going to be out. Terrific throw by DeLuke, and the Green Giants nail him at home on a great play.
An absolute dart. Look at this. Sizzling hit, but we've seen this from DeLuke a few times this season. Strong arm, throws it right on the dot with the 1 bounce, beats the man at home plate, gets the out, keeps it a 2-1 ball game.
So no runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and we come now to the bottom of 7. The Green Giants with the 2-1 lead. Gonna look at the Outertown scoreboard there, Justin. Give it to us.
Yes, the 7th inning stretch means it's time to look at the Outertown scores. The Saginaw Sugar Beets are up 8-4 now over Grand Lake in the bottom of the 5th. Followed by the Hamilton Joes taking on Galleon, up 4-1 in the top of the 7th. Southern Ohio is beating Irish Hills 7-0. That is not good for the Leprechauns' playoff hopes in the bottom of the 8th inning. As well for the next 3 games, as you see up on your screen. The Muskegon Clippers and the Lake Erie Monarchs, they had a delay and are postponed, potential maybe doubleheader for tomorrow. Richmond and Licking County are tied up at 3 apiece in the bottom of the 7th, while Xenia and Cincinnati, that's a 3-1 ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning here on this beautiful Thursday night.
We got a right-hander coming in for the Locos, number 15. Jake Meyer, a right-hander, replaces Hall, who pitched 6 innings, but pretty good baseball. Just allowed 2 runs on 7 hits.
Yeah, and a lot of good strikeouts as we see the stats now for Mayer. This is his 6th appearance on the year. In 7 2/3 innings of work, Meyer with 7 strikeouts and 7 walks in total. But look at the ERA in those 5 appearances. Still not a single run allowed, an ERA of 0.
Throws hard, that's for sure, but he's a bit wild with 7 walks in 7 innings. He'll have to face Alex Crump, and then he's got Dion, and then back to the top of the lineup with Mossy. Carter and Mossy are the first 3 batters here in the 7th inning.
The thing is, though, for him, he's allowed just 4 hits, even with the 7 walks and 7 strikeouts. So he's a tough pitcher to face the bullpen.
He throws hard, no question, but there are control issues.
Mm-hmm.
So far, it hasn't stung him. First batter is Crump. Good pitch, but it's low. It's 1-0. 1-0 to Alex Crump, and then Kevin Dion. Crump is 1 for 2 in the night. Good pitch, 1-1. In fact, the first 3 batters all have a hit tonight. They're all 1 for 2. Actually, 1 for 3 is Mossy. Count is 2-1 to Crump.
Yeah, and he has really good bat discipline. Really good at fouling pitches off as well as waiting for good opportunities.
The count now is 3-1. 3-1 to Crump. He was on the back end of that great play there on the throw and tag from DeLuke to get the runner at home in the last inning. And mark that down as possibly the deciding factor in this one. Pitch is swung on, base hit for Crump. His second hit of the night, he's 2 for 3, and he delivers again for the Green Giants.
A good contact to hit it right between shortstop and third. You see a laser right on by, trying to dive after it was the substitution replacement in Davis. Unable to reach it though there. A nice leadoff single to start off this inning.
He'll bring up the shortstop, Kevin Dion, who's a switch hitter, so he'll bat left-handed. So the switch hitting Dion.
We haven't seen him swing that much from this side.
No. And we know he's batting over 300, and most of it would be from the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Pitcher has a pretty good move. He just gave them my good move look. First time you toss it over, maybe half. That wasn't half either. After that.
Well, Crump does have that speed we talked about.
Not that good speed for a catcher, you're right.
Not that many stolen bases as a number, but he's still a threat on the base, yeah.
And he appears to be getting underneath the skin of Meyer. Trying to keep him honest. Let's see if he can get an 11, 12-foot lead. And the pitch is outside. Showing bunt was Dion. Oh, they call that a strike? Really?
Yes, they did.
0-1 the count. That looked high and wide.
I think it's because they think he didn't pull it back in time.
Got to be the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And the pitch. There's a nice bunt. That's a beauty. A real beauty. The throw to first. He's safe as they drop the ball. They had him at first, albeit close. And now runners are at first and second.
Look at this, because it was in 2 parts. It went wrong. First the bobble. Then with the throw, it rolls out of the glove and bounces off of it, in fact. That allows Dion to be safe clearly there to be able to get to first. Now with men at first and second, with still no outs.
Well, you can see how they score this. That was a tough play. Because it was, I thought, a great bunt, for one.
Right down the line, that looked to be a potential sacrifice. But that was still a tough play because of how far it went with the distance.
Error on the play. And nevertheless, regardless, it's first and second for Mossy, who is 1 for 3 on the night. So the hard-throwing Meyer is in trouble here to start off the Green Giants 7th. 2 men aboard with nobody away. Delayed reaction. We were going to go right back at it. Mossy was showing bunt, too.
Yep, I think he called time because Beloso was already rushing towards home plate in case he went for a bunt.
And the pitch shows bunt and drops another beauty. What a great bunt. Long throw to first. Did he get him? Yes. But nevertheless, runners are advanced, so it's a sacrifice for Mossy. Does his job. The runners go to second and third with 1 away. Terrific bunt.
Very terrific there. Able to get it towards third base, which was not shifting towards that way. For the sacrifice, moves both men into scoring position. And with 1 out, just a sacrifice to fly away from getting a bit more run insurance here in this 2-1 game.
Rodrigo DeLuca made a great defensive play the last inning to get the Green Giants out of a bit of a jam. Now steps up. He's had a tough night at the plate. 0 for 3, and he struck out all 3 times, but now he's facing a different pitcher, the hard-throwing right-hander Meyer.
I think
with
at this
1
point,
away.
Pardon me, I think at this point, he might be due here. Good opportunity.
Curveball is up high, 1-0. 1-0 to Rodrigo DeLuca.
And on top of that, if he can get a hit inside, past the shift, which is in right now, he'll be able to get at least a base hit.
Curveball. 1-1 he went, so it's 1-1 to DeLuca. Here's the 1-1 inside, 2-1. 2-1 to DeLuca. This is a big pitch.
Yeah, I expect him to maybe swing here if he can get something near the strike zone.
Something that he likes. Let's just see what he does here.
Thing is, you don't want to hit it directly to an infielder with the shift.
I'm thinking maybe right field. Curveball is up high, 3-1.
Looked like he was trying to paint the inside top corner.
Well, he forces Meyer to come to him now with a 3-1 count. Let's just see if he has the go-ahead or not. The pitch is low ball before he walked him. So the bases are loaded with just 1 away for Krasminski, and he'll be batting left-handed, where I think he bats better.
Yeah, for the switch hitter, this could be a good opportunity, but look at this. We have a mound visit.
At the meeting of the minds at the mound is Krasminski. At this juncture will be batting left-handed. He's 1 for 2 right-handed tonight. In the bullpen, they've got a left-hander throwing.
And maybe the logic has to be situational in situation if they bring in the left-hander, because you said it yourself. Krasminski is not as good taking on left-handed batters compared to right-handed batters with the switch. The question is, do they keep him in here for this situation, or do they try and see if he can stretch up for one more?
Well, he's staying in, so it will be the right-hander against the left-hander. And Gibson Krasminski has a chance to help the Green Giants add to their lead. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Gibson Krasminski, who, as I mentioned, is 1 for 2 on the night. But first time batting left-handed. Has a good stroke. Let's see what he does here against the hard-throwing Meyer. For me, this is mano on mano, okay? Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, this is the biggest at-bat of the game so far by far.
First pitch is low and in tight. 1-0. Hit wide of first. Now 1-1. Didn't get a lot on it.
Not the best of contact there. That could have been a double play if that was hit fair. He's lucky that it rolled foul, I believe, here. Now, he's able to time this up with a 1-1.
Meyer deals, it's belted into right field. It's pretty deep, it's off the fence. On the one bounce, 2 runs will score, make it 3, no. DeLuke dives back to third. He was headed home as well, and Krasmensky has a bases-loaded double to give the Green Giants a 3-1 lead.
Just what the doctor ordered. Great contact, hits it right over top the outfielder, and able to bounce it off the wall. Strong hit, able to time up the off speed to get the double and get themselves some run insurance. Now a 3-run lead for the Green Giants.
Well, not to pat myself on the back, but I think I called that one. Didn't I say he was a better left-handed hitter? And he didn't bring in the lefty, who was warming up in the pen. So the Green Giants lead 4-1. Look at that! Hit him right in the helmet. That was Cole. Boy, oh boy. Look at this on the replay. That could have been real bad. Look at this.
Man. Fastball directly to the head. He's coming out now. He has to come out.
Yeah, well,
He's has a bit of frustration. You have the left hammer warming up. This game's now blown wide open. You have to bring him in.
And yes, and the manager's making the pitching change. So Meyer is done for the night. Still 1 away here in the Green Giants 7th. Now they lead 4-1. And a new pitcher. And on that note, we're going to pause for a break. We'll come back right after these words.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
Welcome back to Tecumseh, Ontario. Bryson Finney is into the game now after an up and down outing for the last pitcher. He's in his 12th appearance of the season, has had 3 starts on the year, 1-2 record with 1 save, an area of 3.96 in 25 innings, and a good strikeout to walk ratio, 23 strikeouts and 7 walks for Finney.
Yes, hard-throwing lefty, and this will be interesting. The Green Giants, of course, face the lefty for the first 6 innings, so this will not be unusual for them. They have a 4-1 lead. There's 2 out. I should say 1 out. Runners at second and third. I think if DeLuke hadn't slipped, he would have scored.
I think so, too, because as soon as he slipped, it was the decision there from Dave Cooper to bring back DeLuke to third base because he knew he potentially could have been tagged out.
Got to correct myself. Actually, the bases are loaded because of the hit batsman. So I apologize for that. So nevertheless, that's a look at Chico Lebutte, the manager, watching on in this one. But Cole at first, Krasmensky at second, DeLuke at third. Bases loaded, 1 out, and I'll bring up Harrison Jones, who is 1 for 3 tonight. And as Justin has mentioned a couple of times, he has feasted on Locos pitching. That's what he does here, the right-hander against the left-hander.
Yeah, and he can definitely feast on more here if he can just time up something well once again.
Pitch is hit but foul behind us on the right side. 0-1 count to Jones. Gavin Homer is on deck for the Green Giants. The 0-1, swing and a miss, it's 0-2. There is throwing going on in the Green Giants bullpen. 0-2. Swung on, but fouled off again. It's still 0-2. So 0-2 the count to Jones.
I believe that might be Tyson Chapman, who's doing a little bit of bullpen work right now for the Green Giants.
The 0-2 is low. It's 1-2. 1-2 the count. Jay Harrison Jones. Swing and a miss, he got him. Big out for the Locos, 2 away here. It'll bring up Gavin Homer, who is 1 for 3 with a double.
A very challenging pitch there Jones had to face. A curve that just seemed to drop from the table to be able to get him to swing and miss. And now, Homer, big opportunity with 2 outs.
2 outs, bases loaded. Green Giants have already struck for 2 in this one, in this inning. Bottom of 7. Pitch is low, it's 1-0. Fenning has nowhere to put him, so he's got to face him. The 1-0 up high, make it 2-0. Well, he's going to make it a good pitch to look at when it's 2-0. That's a batter's dream pitch.
Yeah, hitters count.
2-0, bases loaded.
Both of them a bit up high, so he should, by theory, bring it down.
He did and gets a strike. It's 2-1. 2-1 the count to Homer. And the pitch fouled off the screen, make it 2-2. So the count goes to 2-2, bases loaded. 2 out, Green Giants up 4-1 here in the bottom of 7.
Now the question is, where do you go with the location here? Because you have nowhere to put them. You don't want to leave something that'll be hard to hit.
Pitch is up high and inside, make it 3-2. So the count is full on Homer. Runners will be going. It's the action pitch. Let's see what happens here.
Kind of expect an off-speed pitch, maybe drop the table once again.
And the pitch, strike 3, got him. 2 strikeouts in a row for Finney. Some nice work there for the Green Giants. However, 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. And the score as we end of 7. The Green Giants lead at 4-1. We'll be back with more baseball right after this.
It's new, it's fresh, it's innovative, it's WeTV, Windsor Essex Television, and you can watch it anywhere. www.we-tv.ca is the place to be. If it's sports, entertainment, or community events, WeTV has what you're looking for. The people, places, and faces of our community are front and center on WeTV. Check out www.we-tv.ca for what's being webcast live. WeTV, we got you covered.
A staggering 40% of all majorly injured patients in Windsor, Essex are impaired by alcohol or marijuana. When you go out, it is your responsibility to make plans for a sober ride home. Designate a sober driver, call a taxi, or use public transit. The choice is yours. Drive sober, get home safe. Or the next ride you get might not be taking you home.
Welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh, Ontario, here for the top of the 8th inning. The Green Giants lead 4-1 over the Lima Locos here on WeTV, as the Green Giants look to try and keep this a 3-run game, especially with how tight things are in the Northern Division coming into tonight.
So we can start the 8th inning, and It'll be Diffley, Beloso, and Spratling, the three batters against the left-hander Cienfuegos, who has pitched 7 innings, 1 run, 6 hits.
Yeah, really good pitching performance from him so far.
Fastball is inside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Diffley, who is 0 for 1 officially tonight. A walk, a sacrifice, and he flew to right. Pitch is up high, it's 2-0. 2-0 the count on Diffley.
The question is with Cienfuegos, how long is his leash? How long will the Green Giants leave him in here this late into the ball game?
Up high, make it 3-0. Three and 0 the count. And the pitch. Ball 4. He walked him. So he walks Diffley on 4 straight pitches, and it'll bring up Cade Beloso.
The first baseman, Cade Beloso.
So Beloso will bat, and he's 0 for 2 in the night. Walked his last time up. Lefty against the lefty. But this could be the last batter that Cienfuegos faces here tonight.
Yeah, because on that last pitch, he reached 100 for the game, Bill. So that is up to a high pitch count. This could very well be that last batter.
Pitch in for a strike. Good pitch. It's 0-1. That was pitch number 101 for Cienfuegos.
Yeah, they have an additional left-hander up in the bullpen for the Green Giants now.
The 0-1 swung on, foul down the right field line. Got a good rep. Count now 0-2 on Beloso.
And it looks like some more two-stepping had to happen there too down the right field line.
The 0-2 up high, it's 1-2. 1-2 the count. And the pitch is swung on. Does Crump have room? You know what, I think he does, and he makes the grab. Nice defensive play by Alex Crump. And there's 1 away here in the 8th inning.
And that was good by him to be able to track that down on what was a high pop-up. It drifts back on him, leans on back, makes the double-handed catch to be able to get the first out.
So 1 away here in the 8th, and they'll bring up Malik Spratling. 0 for 3 tonight, hitting 400 on the season. And the pitch swung on up to second base, flipped to short for 1, back to first. And he's safe at first base. Close, but good speed by Spratling. So we get the force out at second.
Yeah, some really good speed on a close play. The way they were shifted was a bit more deeper for Homer to be able to try and time up that throw towards right center, towards him at second, but just able to beat it out by about half a step.
Bring up the left fielder, Brad Croy. He has 2 of the 6 hits that the Locos have had today, so he's 2 for 3. Pitches outside, 1-0. Runner at first, 2 away here in the 8th. Croy hitting .386 on the season. And the pitch in for a strike. Nope. 2-0.
He did think about going there.
Yes, he did. It looked like a good pitch, too.
Very tough pitch there to try and back off of. That's why he went for the half swing.
The 2-0. Ripped it foul off the screen. It's 2-1.
That looked about the same location as the last pitch, only this time able to get him to swing on it as it's a little tiny bit lower.
The 2-1 outside, make it 3-1. So 3-1 to Croy. Quick throw to first. He almost got him, too. He almost got him.
Yeah, he was having a good lead there.
And he really didn't throw it all that hard to first, like super hard.
Maybe just trying to remind him, oh, I know you're there.
There's a pitch in for a strike. It's now 3-2. 3-2 the count on Croy.
And Croy cannot believe that one. That looked like a low pitch that might have just got in the bottom third.
4-1's our score. 2 out, runner at first, and the count is full. Runner will be moving. And the 3-2, and he walked him. So Croy walks, second walk in the inning given up by Cienfuegos. And Dave Cooper is coming to the mound. He's going to have a chat with Cienfuegos. 2 out.
I think they're going to bring him out of the ball game, in fact, here.
I think so, too. The left-hander is coming in.
Either way, it was a great outing for Cienfuegos
so
tonight.
Cienfuegos was 7 2/3 innings of work. Leaves the game 1 run, 6 hits, although the runners on base are his responsibility at this juncture. But a great performance by Cienfuegos. On that note, we'll be back with more baseball in the rest of this inning right after this.
Hi, I'm Luke Wilson of the Detroit Lions. For the best local sports programming, make sure to tune in to WeTV.
With the Green Giants having 2 men on here with 2 outs, they have now relied on Steven Streltsov coming out of the bullpen here in the top of the 8th inning to try and hold on to a 3-run lead. He's appearing in his 8th game of the season tonight, has a win to his credit and a save with an ERA of 2.46, 7 1/3 innings of work with 10 strikeouts and 7 walks, and also had a decent outing when he appeared a bit last night in the 9th inning to try and settle things down after things led to a Leprechaun's lead.
Well, he has to watch his control as you see that he has an inning, a walk per inning, but otherwise excellent strikeout ratio, so he's a tough left-hander. Green Giants continue to go with the left-handers, and he'll have shortstop Tyler Simon to deal with here in the 8th inning, and the Green Giants with a 3-run lead. Top of 8 if you've just joined us. You've missed a good one so far if you have just joined us.
Yeah, it's been competitive all night long, lots of good hitting. Really good pitching in a pitcher's duel, essentially, for parts of this game tonight as well.
Fastball is hit and drifted foul. Good rip there from Simon. Simon's 0 for 3 on the night. In fact, their 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters have just 1 hit on the night.
It's hard to get your offense moving for a rally when that is the case, especially to try and set up the top of the lineup and even have men on in the first place.
The 0-1 curveball is up high, 1-1. 1-1 the count. First and second, 2 out. And the pitch, fouled off to the screen, it's 1-2. Streltsov throws pretty hard.
Yeah, has some nice speed and some good velocity with some of his pitches.
Tall left-hander. Sets and deals, it's fouled off down the right side. Count remains 1-2.
Thing is, he's only allowed earned runs twice this season in his appearances, just twice.
Yeah, he has an impressive ERA, no question.
And only 4 hits total.
The 1-2, just hanging on there as Simon just got a piece of one off the screen. Count still at 1-2. One and two, the count to Simon.
He got a good battle here to try and keep this count alive. He'll try and keep doing this, I think, until he sees something he likes.
And the 1-2. Strike 3 called, got him looking. And the side is retired. The Green Giants will come to the bottom of the 8th, maintaining their 3-run lead on the big strikeout delivered there by Streltsov as Simon strikes out. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the score as we come to the bottom of 8. Green Giants lead by 3. Justin?
That was a great performance to come right out of the bullpen to get that quick strikeout. But of course, remember, this is going to be a very important game for as well as the next couple of games, because tomorrow Lima is still in town for the matchup on Friday to finish off the series. If the Green Giants can hold on, that could be the game where they can potentially secure themselves a bit with the Northern Division's first place spot. Then you have to take on Sugar Beets, who are currently 3rd in the standings, who come in on Sunday night to round off the regular season. There are a lot of very important matchups. Everyone is in control of their destiny. That has been the focal point for this series and for this weekend here for this final homestand for the Green Giants.
Yes, so certainly, as you mentioned, Justin, a lot at stake, and now we get into the bottom of the 8th. The Green Giants would certainly like to add to the 4-1 lead, but this will be interesting. We've got the bottom part of the lineup with Ornelia, Crump, and Dion, the hitters coming up here for the Green Giants here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, and there's been some good contact from a few of them today, especially Crump with the hit in the last time up for him. Right now, I think the Green Giants would love to add a little bit extra insurance, that little extra cushion for the top of the 9th.
Ornelia just one of 2 hitters without a hit tonight for the Green Giants.
And at this point, maybe he's a little bit due here in this situation.
First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1 the count to Ornelia. The other batter without a hit is Dreluk. Pitch is fouled off. It's 0-2 the count to Ornelia.
Yeah, that looked like a bit of a half-hearted swing there, too, with the foul tip. It just didn't look like he was able to read where that was going on the off-speed and was thinking of maybe to bring it back.
The 0-2 pitch, strike 3 call, caught him looking. And Ornelia, with the strikeout, he'll bring up Alex Crump. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Finney. The left-hander will face Crump, who's 2 for 3 on the night. And is now up to his average to 301. Good rip, but he fouls it away. 0-1 to Crump. Crump and Dion combined are 3 for 6 on the night, and that's where your 8 and 9 hitters have really helped cash in for the Green Giants here tonight. Conversely, the Locos 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters haven't done much at all offensively. And that could be the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Good pitch, but low. 2-1. Finney throws hard and has good location. As mentioned, he has struck out his first 3 batters that he's faced. The pitch to Crump. Low. 3-1. So 3-1 the count to Crump. And the pitch up high, he walked him. So Crump gets a walk, and it'll bring up Kevin Dion, the shortstop.
The shortstop, Kevin Dion.
Dion is 1 for 3 tonight. He'll bat right-handed. Now he batted left-handed the last inning. He'll bat right-handed here against Kinney. Should say Finney, sorry. Pitch is low and outside, 1-0 the count to Dion. The leadoff batter, Carter Mossy, waits on deck. The 1-0, it's outside again, 2-0. Well, he hasn't been close in his last 3 pitches. It's now 2-0, the count on Dion.
Yeah, he's now starting to struggle a little bit with the location after getting those 4 straight strikeouts. Question is, can he regroup here?
Swung on and fouled off. 2-1, the count to Dion.
And when it comes to Lima as well, they're relying on him to try and keep this a 4-1 game. They're not making a move to the bullpen.
No, this is his inning. Good rip, but fouled off by Dion. Count now 2-2. 2-2 the count. Fouls it off, hanging in tough. Count remains 2-2. Throw back to first. Crump there safely. Two and two, runner at first. And the pitch, it's swung on, but it's fouled down the right side. Count remains again 2-2.
And this is another good battle we're seeing here tonight. Trying to drive up the pitch count, try and keep the count alive, and try and set up an opportunity for the top of the order with Carter Mossy.
The 2-2, strike 3, got him. Swinging and a miss there for Dion. That's 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
Carter Mossy.
All 4 outs. 2 from the last inning and 2 from this inning from Finney have been strikeouts. So he has struck out 4 in his inning and a third so far of pitching. And now he has to face Carter Mossy. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1 to Mossy. Outside of the walk that he gave up to Crump has been a masterful performance from Finney. Outside, 1-1. 1-1 the count to Mossy. Mossy is 1 for 3 officially. Off-speed pitch, just getting a piece is Mossy. It's 1-2. So the count goes to 1-2 on Mossy.
Finney does a really good job of mixing up his pitches, that's the thing. Just throw them off, think, okay, I might go and throw some speed here. And
he may throw the heater, let's see. The 1-2 is low, 2-2. So 2-2 to Mossy.
That one looked to have a bit of a two-seam action, actually, right there. And I think Mossy got something in his eye.
Runner at first, 2 away. 2-2 the count to Mossy. Pitch is outside, make it 3-2. So Mossy has run the count to 3-2 with a runner at first. Rodrigo DeLuke waits on deck.
And the runners will be going no matter what here.
Pitch strike 3 and he got him. He strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we come to the top of the ninth is 4-1 for the Green Giants. We'll be back with that right after this.
A staggering 40% of all majorly injured patients in Windsor-Essex are impaired by alcohol or marijuana. When you go out, it is your responsibility to make plans for a sober ride home. Designate a sober driver, call a taxi, or use public transit. The choice is yours. Drive sober, get home safe. Or the next ride you get might not be taking you home.
The job market has changed, and I have to adapt. I'm not just getting theory, I'm getting skills. A degree isn't necessarily a pathway to their career. Being industry ready is. I choose to take control of my future, and my path is St. Clair College. I choose to be here.
Hi, everybody. Bill Kelso along with Justin Prince, Aaron Sanders, and the rest of the WeTV crew. And this game here, interesting affair. It's 4-1 for the Green Giants as we get set to start the top of the ninth inning. Last three outs. Steven Streltsov is going to still pitch here to start off. Streltsov has had a real good outing his last inning.
And a good past couple of days, too, if you combine his outing yesterday in relief in the top of the ninth inning. So he's going to be the one that they're going to have to rely on to try and close this one out. They need him to stay composed. They do have Stephen Butts, who's also warming up just in case.
First batter here in the ninth inning is Braden, actually is Daniel Sears, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Fastball is low and inside, 1-0. 1-0 to Sears. Good pitch, 1-1.
Yeah, that one just burned the inside part of the plate.
Sears, Dowdy. There's a ball that's hit into center field that's pretty deep. In fact, it's way back off towards the fence. Runner going to go all the way to second base with a stand-up double. So opening the inning up with a double is Sears, his first hit of the night. Look at this on the replay. He got a good rip on this one.
Real good contact near the heart of the bat. Able to hit this all the way back towards the wall. And
deepest part of the park, too.
Deepest part, right towards center field near the flags. Good start for Lima to start off this inning.
Runner at second, nobody away. Fastball is outside, 1-0. Jess Davis waits on deck. Braden Dowdy 0 for 3 tonight. And the pitch. Fastball outside, 2-0. 2-0 the count on Dowdy. Davis has, of course, replaced Wiley, who was 2 for 3 and then got hurt. The 2-0 pitch. It's a strike, gets 2-1. Streltsov is throwing hard. Nothing but fastball so far.
Yeah, he continues to throw fastball after fastball after fastball. He's just going to keep challenging.
The 2-1 is swung on and hit down the right side. On the move and missing it is Ornelia. He had it in his grasp and he couldn't bring it down.
I don't know what to say on that one.
All three certainly went after it. Ornelia seemed to have the best chance and he didn't get to it. Count remains 2-2. And we'll see what happens here.
I think part of it at first was communication because all three were shouting, mine, mine, mine. That's going to be an error because of that missed catch there from Amelia as well.
The 2-2. Fastball is Again, going foul down the right side, out of play. Count remains 2-2.
I'll say this, the children in the stands have had a lot of souvenirs potentially here tonight.
The 2-2 pitch got him swinging. So Doughty goes down swinging, one away here in the ninth, and it'll bring up Jess Davis, who, as I mentioned, replaced Justin Wiley, who got hurt. Appeared to pull a hamstring running out a hit on a double, and he was 2 for 3 was Wiley. This is our first look at Davis here tonight, left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. And the 6'5", 225-pound Streltsov is going to the heat. There's a good pitch, but low, 1-0. 1-0 the count.
I think that time he might have moved away from the heat for a split second to try and maybe have a setup pitch. Try and set it up for this 1-0.
And the 1-0 is low, 2-0. So the count is 2-0 to Davis. Leadoff hitter Anthony Amicangelo is on deck. The 2-0 pitch is fouled off. It's 2-1. Runner was going.
I think at first he thought it was a pass ball potentially, then realized it was a foul ball about halfway towards the bag.
The 2-1 is low, make it 3-1. So 3-1 count to Davis.
Yeah, he needs to get into the strike zone here. They do have the base open.
Here's the 3-1, low, and he walked him. Runners are now at first and second. And one away.
Yeah, look at that out-of-town score with the Sugar Beets. That's turned into a thrower with the Mariners now 8-6 in the top of the 8th.
That's not over yet.
Yeah, the Sugar Beets had a decent lead at one point, if you remember the 7th inning stretch scoreboard.
Amicangelo was 2 for 3 on the night. Make it 2 for 4. Had a singles last time up. First pitch is a strike. Tying run at the plate. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So 0-2 to Anthony Amicangelo.
And he's been still keeping up the heat. He's gone a couple off speeds a couple times, but the heat still prevails.
1-2 now the count. So it's 1-2 the count. One away, first and second. Green Giants lead by 3. And the 1-2 in tight, make it 2-2. So it's 2-2 on Amicangelo.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to aim for the top corner on the inside. See if they're going to bring it down.
The 2-2 swung on, but sliced foul right past the Locos bullpen. Count remains 2-2.
Here's the one worry I have with all the fastballs. What if he's able to time it up for a hit?
And the pitch. Took some speed off it, and it's fouled off behind us. Again, the count is 2-2. So, Amicangelo proving to be a tough out here at this at-bat. 2-2, 2 on rather, with 1 out. And the pitch, again down the right side, twisting foul.
He's doing what he needs to do. Keep the count alive. Do not be the second out of the game. Because if he gets a second out here, that makes it even more difficult for Lima to be able to try and tie this up here.
The 2-2 pitch on the way. Belted down the right field line. Is it fair? No, it's foul and out of play. Again, it drifted away.
And that was lucky there with it drifting out with the wind, because that had the distance for a home run there, Bill. About 5-10 feet, about 5 feet more to the left.
Count remains 2-2. And the pitch curveball is low. It's 3-2. A bit of howling in the crowd on that one. That was a close pitch.
Yeah. When it comes to Frank Barquette, he's known for his tight strike zone. That comes into play right there. Almost clips it.
Strike three, got him. Swing and a miss. Michelangelo goes down swinging. Almost justice in a way after the last pitch. So there's 2 away here in the ninth, first and second. And the Locos are down to their last out. It's Michael Diffley. So Michael Diffley is the batter. 0 for 1 officially tonight. He's walked twice and had a sacrifice. Right-hander against the left-hander. And the pitch. In for a strike. It's 0-1, the count to Diffley. The 0-1 curve, strike 2. Great pitch delivered by Streltsov. So the count is 0-2 with 2 on. Let's see what Streltsov delivers here. I think he's going to go right after him. And the pitch, another curveball, strike 3, call, got him. Ball game is over, the Green Giants win this one. 4-1 in the first game of a 2-game set. Leapfrog themselves into first place with the victory, but a big win by the Green Giants. Super relief job by Streltsov. And Justin, comments.
Absolutely huge for the Green Giants. They got part one, the first part of their job done to be able to close this one out and get the 4-1 victory. Now, the question is, can they keep it going? Can they keep in control of their destiny? Because tomorrow is equally as important. Huge win for them tonight. Huge performances up on the mound from both the starters, Cienfuegos, and from Streltsov tonight.
Super game, super game.
Super game, and with that, we'll be back in just a moment for the post-game coverage here on Wheat TV. Green Giants win 4-1.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
I am Nadia Comunich for the best in local programming. Watch Wheat TV.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
I learn by doing. I learn by reacting to a situation. St. Clair puts me directly into my industry. I'm dealing with real patients, real life situations. It's not just theory, it's not book work anymore.
I choose to take control of my future and my path to St. Clair College. I choose to be here.
And we are back with the player of the game, Miggy Cienfuegos, who just caught himself a curveball right there. You weren't expecting that curveball, were you?
I was not.
Well, you played 7 innings, 7.2 innings to be exact. You got 4 strikeouts. My man, you were on Fuego. What were you seeing there tonight?
I mean, we kind of went for a step back. Like my coach said last night, little shoulder tight. Kind of worked it out during the day today. Let's see what we could do. Went to the trainer, took care of it. Today I said I'm going to spot everything. Not going to try to throw my arm out. Changeup was working a lot. Curveball, didn't use it a lot, didn't need it. Fastball, top 1, so that's why.
What were the emotions like? I know you guys were, before today, you were half a game behind, but now you're half a game ahead in first. Knowing with that heartbreaking loss yesterday, what were the emotions like?
It definitely feels good. I mean, we got to come back tomorrow. We got to play harder. We got to make sure we sweep them. That will put us on top, and we can be confident about that. Nothing's done. We got to come back tomorrow to work for sure.
Unfinished business right there. Congrats,
sure.
Miguel.
Thank
you for your time. There's Miguel Cienfuegos, caught himself a curveball after striking out 4 players. Took 7 innings to do it, but boy howdy, he finished it off. Final score once again, Green Giants 4, the Lima Locos 1. We invite you to tune in tomorrow here on WeTV. We'll have Game 2, the finale of this 2-game series, as the Lima Locos will do battle against the St. Clair Green Giants once again. Currently, the Green Giants are half a game ahead in first place in the Northern Division here in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. That's going to do it for us until tomorrow night. On behalf of the whole crew, that includes Dollar Bill Kelso, JP, Justin, Prince, this be Aaron Sanders saying so long from the town of Tecumseh.